Over the years, LEGO have done many iconic LEGO Star Wars sets, both iconic because of their appearance in the movies, but some are just iconic because of their LEGO set form. And, to give you a few examples, we got the original LEGO Cloud City from 2003, the OG Jango Fett Slave 1, the 2006 Imperial Star Destroyer, the dropship, gunship, turbo tanks, and AT-OT, and last but not least, the icon himself and his starfighter, Jedi Bob. But for you today or this evening or whenever you're watching this, I have something in this giant box that I would argue is just as, if not more iconic than those. And here's a clue, it's a UCS set. This video will be going up on the Tuesday. So the chances are you've seen the live streams I'm going to have going on here. Yes, there's live streams. They'll probably still be going by the time you're watching this. But in this box, we have probably one of the coolest things I'll ever unbox. This is something I wanted for years and years and years, but was never able to get my hands on because of the price and the rarity. But thanks to the wonderful thing that is eBay auctions, I get to unbox. I'll build it live and eventually even review it. But let's get into cutting those seals because, yeah, this guy or whoever sent this has definitely went nuts on the tape. Come on, I wonder what this is in. Spain. Box cutter assembled. Let's crack open them seals. Ah yes, the classic trick of putting boxes inside even bigger boxes. How bizarre. Alright, so I got it open and here's the instructions to the set. And I don't want to reveal what it is quite just yet, but I want to unbox the full thing before we get into that revelation. So opening this up. This is sorted into little drawers, by the way, to make it easier to rebuild, because the size of this thing, let's just say if you guys are aware of the Ivar system, it's going to take up a lot of space. In fact, I'm going to have to move all of this stuff somewhere else to accommodate. Right, so let's get these on out of here. With one out, I've come to realization, it's just that there was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow, there's a number of these things. Let's get these out of here. So there's another one out. That one's, it's like a different kind of box. But yeah, these will be cool to use afterwards if I'm able to reuse them. There's another small one. You can hear the pieces rattling around. So a few people on my other social medias might know what this already is because I told them. But I'm curious to know if any of you guys watching, I mean, if you're watching from there, you know, great. But I'm curious to see who knows and who doesn't. Right, I'm going to cut the camera and get the rest of these out. So these last two here. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4 of these ones. And they're Stanley boxes from what I saw on one of the logos. And of course we've got 1, 2 of these. So I want you guys to stop at this moment. It's like almost 3 minutes into the video. Comment what you think this set is. Maybe you know from the TikTok or Instagram, maybe you don't. But we're about to open this up and reveal what I have bought. This is a set that I really wanted for years. Kind of gave up. The modern version of this from 2017, perhaps I just gave it away, is cool, but this one's kind of more cool. Like, the 2017 one's kind of iconic for just being what it is, but this one's more iconic for the model. So, with that, let's crack open these instructions. Oh, some people might already be able to tell what it is. I'm going to cut it open and bring them out. This is so cool. 3, 2, 1. That is right. I have bought the original 10179 Ultimate Collector's Series Millennium Falcon from 2007. You know, I think this is pretty cool. I do have some other Falcons. I have the 2011 playset and the 2024 Starship Series, but, you know, nothing quite compares to what the, you know, that's like the body. The figures in this one are quite basic, but, you know, some of the bits you build, it's an old school set. I mean, there's where you would be on that page 75, step 75. That's like, how many pages is this? So there's building some more panels. Man, motorized AT-AT that came out that year. Oh, check this is big, and the back. That is something else. Look at that. 2007. So yeah, it's pretty damn cool. I don't think the exact measurements are here. I know it'll fit on the shelf. Obviously, 2017 was the one that had all the features and could do all the things. You know, this one has the radar dish. This one has a cockpit, which, you know, is an open cockpit. There's no, like, glass or canopy. Like, well, the canopy's made of bricks. You can take out the gun turret to insert Luke, and there you go, there's Luke inside the gun turret. And, you know, they can go up the boarding ramp. But this is cool. Again, the minifigures are a lot more special, but, I mean, there's some of just the parts guide. Oh yeah, and this one has a plaque. I've never seen displays. I've never seen anybody do the plaque. But the sticker sheet in this, from what I understand, is pretty much brand new, which is even better. It's a unique way to build the stand, and that's the final model. This thing is a monster, but so that's 97, and you end the building on page 306. So this will be pretty cool. I'm curious to get those open, or one of them, and just see what that's like in there. Right, so this box just appears to be like lights and stuff. That's more or less what that one is. Let's get into these other ones. Oh man, check the organization that this seller has done. This will make building this as if I'm building it like new, because I'll admit, one thing I'm hesitant, especially when buying big sets, because in the past I've built a few retired sets that are quite big. You know, I've built the Star Destroyer, the drop ship. I've built the 2008 Death Star, and that's a big set. And see, building that one, all the parts are randomized. It's not too much fun, but the ease of this will be unreal. Right, let's get into these other ones. Let's see how these drawer ones work. Alright, so they are all taped, but you can see like all the organization. So if I was to get this the right way up and kind of put my finger in there. 1 second, how does this work? Oh. Right, okay, so I'm pulling that. Oh, that's one long drawer. Okay, I thought those were miniature drawers there. But you can see all the different parts that have been... Like, I have bought many used Lego sets over the years, but never found one this well organised. I mean, just, I can't express, like, my gratefulness enough. The craziness and the organising, like, normally it would just be all bagged. Sometimes you people who reverse bag the sets. Sometimes it's just all dumped in. Like, my dropship was smashed upside down in the box when it arrived. I had to deconstruct the dropship and ATOT to get that together. But if any of you guys remember that video, but like, yeah, this is nuts. Let's get these last two unboxed and I'll show them at once. And here's these last two. Again, look at the, maybe it's not too clear this way. I can't open these. Tell you what, why don't I cut that tape off and we'll stand up and open it. One thing I'm definitely noticing is that's kind of stuck trying to pull that out. 1 second. Well, apparently it was just easier to pop the top off, but you can see like that is insane amounts of organisation. You know, I could just lift these out, I could have them all laid out across the bed while building, because this will be a fun experience. But yeah, let's wrap this one up. So yeah, 100% like one of my dream sets finally achieved after all these years. Can't wait to build it and get it on display, but I'll see you guys. I'll be live streaming here on YouTube as I do this. Thank you very much for watching.